The foundation of this society is sex, nothing else. We are living in a pornified and sexualized society where everything is concentrated on sex, relationship, love, like feeling, which is not the case in those days. And that is why men are weak today. Men spend most of their time thinking about sex, thinking about relationship, thinking about their feelings toward the opposite gender. But in those days of our forefathers, it was completely different. Men used to think strategically how they can handle the obstacles that the nation or the community or the society is facing. But today, everything is about proposing, everything is about relationship, everything is about to impress women, everything is about the man of my life, everything is about to behave like someone who can seduce thousands of women. But in those days, our fathers, our grandparents, our ancestors, they used to do the opposite. They used to think about minimizing the problems that are really facing people in the society. They were really into problem solving, proposing ideas, fighting for things that keep people in one place. But today, every movie that you watch, it goes toward relationship. Everything that you listen to, it goes toward relationship. Everything that you concentrate on today is about relationship, is about love. And that is why the society is sexualized, the society is pornified, and that is why a man today cannot build himself to be someone who can resolve problems, to be someone who can face problems, to be someone who can stand and tell people the truth. 90% of the men today, they think about how can I build myself to be more seductive, to be more impressive, to be more attractive toward the opposite gender. And that is why the society is falling down, and that is why men today are very weak. Like in those days, like compared to my grandfather, his father will call him and say, by the age of 19, you leave my house. Like today, men are not cultivated to become men tomorrow. That is not the case. Because in those days, imagine your father telling you, you are 12, you have like 8 years to vacate, to disappear from my house. Like only telling you that you have to sit down and stay away from distractions that consume your time for nothing and stand up and face life as an animal, which is not the case today. That is not the case. Imagine if your father calls you and say, my son, today you are 15 years old. You have 4 years to leave this house. I will support you. Is it financially? Is it morally? Is it intellectually? But in the coming years, you won't be living in this house anymore. Imagine. You will become someone different. You will become a total different animal. You will spend your time being concentrated. You will spend your time being in the right spot. You will get rid of all the distractions that keep you in one place, and you choose your friends wisely. But our parents today, they're like, oh, when the right time will come, they will leave my house. Like they don't cultivate you to become someone strong, to become someone disciplined, to become someone who can stood up and fight for his own life. And most of the people, when they are I know people in their 30s, even if they face a small problem, they take the phone and call the parents or call the mom or dad to tell them, to help them with ideas on how they can resolve the problem, which is not the case in our parents' day. Our parents used to be very, very strong, very, very tough. Is it intellectually? Is it physically? Is it morally? Our parents used to be very, very hard. But today, we are really, really soft. There is a certain guy who said, if you want to become someone important or someone successful in today's community, it is very easy. It is very easy because the majority of the people in this community, they are very weak. The majority of people in this community, they think about relationship, they think about sex. And if you discipline yourself, you stand and become a man, and you think about things that make sense. You think about things that can make you become great. You think about things that are really essential for you to step up and become what you want to become. You will become it. This guy said, like, most of the people today are very weak. They're stressed about relationship. They're stressed about lack of money. They're stressed about many things that at the end of the day are very useless. And that is why men today are really weak. Men today are complaining about feeling. Men today are complaining about relationship. Men today are complaining about thousands of things that are completely rubbish. And that is why you'll be in one place in 2022. You make like, in this year I'm going to achieve this, I'm going to accomplish this, I'm going to accomplish this. The year is going to the, like the year is going to an end, but you are still in one place. You are